Buzz. It's impressive, this, isn't it?
Hi Rob, good to see you. Bit of a bonkers game towards the end. What did you make of it as a whole and the point away from home?
Yeah, a little bit frustrated with our staff. Sensed it in the warm-up. Looked a little bit flat. So I tried to get into them before the game. I think we started a bit flat, and at half-time it was evident we needed to try and inject a little bit of life and something into us. I don't think we were particularly playing poorly, but we weren't seeing the same zip that we've seen over the last few games, and we weren't getting behind them enough and didn't carry enough of a threat. I thought we were I think we were playing in front of them, and they were happy for us to do that. Made a little bit of a change, a tweak. I thought it had a bit of an effect because we started to get more control and look a bit more dangerous. And then, once we went to a 4 and brought Yogi on as well, I thought it was an instant impact. It was a brilliant goal, and then we were pushing. How the game ended with them being down to 9 men as well. It's frustrating that we didn't capitalise more. I felt that we played into their hands a little bit once they went down to 9 men, and we were probably over keen to either work the perfect cross and not put it in the right positions, or we put it in from a bit too deep from free kicks or whatever, and didn't work them enough. You've got a lot of experienced Everton defenders that are happy defending the box in a block, and they can buy a little bit of time. They're happy with balls coming in from certain areas, and we probably played into their hands without working them from side to side enough. Tried to give them a clue by putting Pedro Lima on towards the end to go, right, it's wide, it's crosses, let's shift them, but we didn't quite do that well enough.
And of course, you could have won it at the end there with Hugo's fantastic effort, but it's an even better save, isn't it?
It's a brilliant save. I just thought as soon as it left Hugo's foot, it was in, but that's what Jordan Pickford couldn't do.
Just on the goal as well, obviously you want to pick out Mane in the sense that he's sort of 2-2 and he's 18 and he's setting the Premier League alight at the moment. But also, you mentioned him already, Jorgen's role in that, considering everything he's gone through recently, that's really important to create that moment.
It was a brilliant assist. Yeah, look, it was a really well worked goal. Him dropping in, his timing was perfect. His touch, his pass was different class, but the run from Mane and the touch and finish was sensational. So taking nothing away from the kid. But yeah, it was a great assist from Jorgi, and brilliant that he got an impact for us.
Just finally for me, you mentioned him already, Pedro Lima. We understand that he won't be able to go anywhere else now other than going back to Porto, which I imagine is unlikely.
Yeah.
Yana Hoover, we expect him to move out. Just on Pedro, what have you seen from him and what do you expect to use him?
The last couple of days he's impressed us so much with his crossing ability. So that was why, right, the last 5 minutes, come on, let's just get him on. And I just had a feeling that we might get one out to him and he might be able to put one in. But we've seen a lot of good qualities. Technically he's very good. So we're looking forward to working with him now.
Hi Rob, I was just interested in your thoughts on the Michael Keane red card and whether that really does constitute violent
I'm going to do my best Arsene Wenger impression now and say, well, the only time I half saw it as I looked up and the fans were booing, I kind of looked at what they're booing at and I sort of just saw the end bit. So I can't give you I can't say I've seen it on a laptop inside it all, I'm afraid. There's a few people saying it's soft, but I haven't seen it. Thank you.
Rob, are you pleased in a way that you have kind of got a point on a night where you haven't played as well as you have in the previous 2 games?
Yeah, I think the performance then in the second half, I thought it was good. I remember we're up against Everton at home and they're 1-0 up. It's still it's a really difficult place for us to come. I thought we were playing pretty well. We just didn't necessarily have the same cut and thrust that we've had in a couple of the other games, but. To take something from it after being 1-0 down, it gives us. It keeps. It's 3 games in a row now where we've taken points. I think it's a good chunk of games now we've had good performances and pretty consistent performances. And tonight, I just think we probably looked a little bit jaded. It's been a very busy schedule for the lads. We were asking quite a lot of them. We're asking a lot of the young 18-year-old now he looked tired in the first half. John Arias looked tired in the first half, and we needed to affect it some. Now, it's credit to the lads in the end. I think we've got to take a lot of positives from it. And you're right, when we weren't maybe at our best, we've been better in the last couple of games. We still took something from the game.
We ask you about transfers every time we see you at the moment, so I'm going to do it again. 11 days into the next Premier League game, how different do you expect your squad to be?
I think we'll have had 9 new signings in by then. confident. No, look, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not even going to elaborate on it at the moment. I don't know. We'll see. Sorry,
Actually,
it's a crap answer.
We actually yesterday, like these last 3 games, haven't really changed what you feel you need to do in the market.
No, I don't think so. I'm just pleased that the lads are responding and we're seeing performances and fight. That's what I'm pleased with. But no, I think we want to try and with some of the outs as well as some ins, we want to try and make an impact. I know that's the line I keep using, but we do.
Rob, even at 1-0, you were never out of it. Did you always feel that moment was coming for you?
Yeah, we did. We did. Even though, like I said, we weren't at our best and we didn't have loads of zip and we weren't getting behind Everton very well. Everton were not as aggressive as I thought they'd be. We planned for them to be a lot more aggressive in their pressing. We felt we might be able to then find some of the spaces that we'd actually seen against West Ham the other day, but we didn't. So they were a bit more keeping the back four intact a lot more, and then almost a 4-5-1 especially once they'd gone 1-0 up. So that was why we had to try and change it at half time. Had to try and create an overload in the middle and just adjusted things a little bit. But we felt we could get back in it. There's no doubt about it, even though we were a bit sluggish.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah. Sorry, Rob. I know this is probably it's a bit hypothetical what I'm asking, but how the way the players have responded in the last, certainly over what we've seen in the last month, how you played at Liverpool. Do you think if you'd have had a chance to get in earlier?
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
The fact that they are responding the way
I appreciate it. I appreciate it's kind of you to say so. I think I said it last week. We've had almost the time of a pre-season with them. We'd had about 6 or 7 weeks, and I think we then started to see some a lot better performances. But no, there's still a lot of time. There's still a lot of points to play for.
Is it an impossible task? Because plenty of people thought it was impossible.
It's a very, very difficult challenge for us, obviously. But we're going to continue to fight. We have to. We're all professionals and we're competitive. And we want to win games, and we're not going to roll over. And we're going to keep fighting all the way to the end, all the way to the end of the 38th game. By the way, no matter what's happened, I can promise that. And that's all we can do.
Okay, thanks.
Sorry, I know I have to. Yeah.
Hi Rob, mine's kind of a 2-part question. You mentioned the fact that they were flat at the beginning and in the warm-up. Do you think last night's result for Nottingham Forest maybe had any residual impacts upon that?
I don't think so. I hadn't thought about it, so I don't think that had an impact on the lads. So no, I just think physically we've been asking a lot of them. And we really have, and they have been responding. They have been working hard, and I know we had a day more to recover than Everton, the other day as well. But we've travelled up, and it has been a busy schedule. There's been a lot of games, and we are asking more of them. We are demanding more. So sometimes you get that, and you don't know why. You can't quite put your finger on it. But like I said, the staff sensed it, and I had a go at them and tried to get in some at the beginning before we even went out. But we just didn't quite have that we needed at the beginning of the game.
And then you make the change at half-time with Andre. Did you think about bringing Jurgen Strand-Larsen on at that point as well? And maybe even, was there a decision between exchanging the strikers rather than pairing them up?
No, I felt we wanted to try and keep on as many goals or threats as possible. So I thought it'd be too early to bring Jurgi on unless we completely change the shape and bring a defender off at that point. I didn't want to open us up too soon at half-time. And we felt by just creating a bit more of a box or a 4v3 against Everton's 4-5-1 in the middle of the pitch, we felt we could try and get a bit of superiority there. Maybe then might open up 1 or 2 things. But we were keen to get Jurgi on at some point and give him enough time to have an impact as well, which he did. Thanks, guys.
Cheers.